What's up? It's JayDennis on the JayDennis YouTube channel. So it's kind of becoming a bit of a theme that I record these videos right before I decide to drive off to the gym. Except this time I think I got better lighting than I did on the last one, because it's a little earlier in the day compared to last month. But yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about for February of 2016. First, let's talk about Valentine's Day. That weekend I went and saw Deadpool. That movie was excellent. All the hype, all the popularity is very well justified. And me and my girlfriend definitely had a great time seeing that movie. It's probably the best superhero I've ever seen. The anti-hero movie. It's like the best movie I've seen in a long time. It'll probably be the only thing that could possibly trump it is Batman versus Superman, which is coming out this year. It's a big year for movies. Speaking of Batman, also for Valentine's Day, I got pretty much all the Arkham games for the PS3. I got Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, because I already have City and Arkham Knight. So now I have the whole trilogy plus the Origins. So I get to play all those now. Never realized how much I loved Batman until now. What else did I do? Oh, I did a really capitalistic thing, and I flipped a table. I originally went in half with my old roommate for a table. We spent $100 on it, so I only spent $50 for my share. But then when I got it from him, because I wanted it, and he didn't need it anymore, and I moved out, I bought it from him for the remaining $50. So I flipped it for $60. So I know what you're thinking. Oh, I spent $50 twice. And then I sold it for $60. It's not really a flip. It's a flip. A couple days ago, it was Pokemon 20. It's the 20th anniversary, I guess, of the first games released in Japan. Like Pokemon Red and Green or whatever. I think I was 8 years old when I first started playing Pokemon on the Game Boy Color. Of course, I had Red, Blue, and Yellow, which you could have played on the original Game Boy, but I had the color. And so yeah, I didn't really do much. I just retweeted a couple things and got really nostalgic. But yeah, it's really cool that Pokemon's been around this long. For me, it's been around since I was 7 or 8, so about 17, 18 years. But that's really cool, though. Pokemon was a huge part of my life. Still like it. Raptor Riot, Studio, all that other stuff, EP update. This month, I only managed to squeeze in one session, I think. I worked on the third track while doing pre-pro on other stuff on my own time. But one song is done. The single, I got a demo for it, but it's not fully mixed and mastered yet. And then this month I started on the third song out of the fourth one. I'm hoping next week or so I'll basically have all the tracking for the whole EP done, and we can start doing all the editing, all the mixing and mastering, and even any additional DJ effects, scratching, what have you. And then I'm also kind of producing a music video in my head and figuring out which song I want to do first, because I can do the title track or I can do another one, because there's a lot of ideas floating around for Raptor Riot in a music video. The EP comes first, though. Along with the studio stuff, I invested in a nice microphone. It's the same mic that I used to record with for this EP. I'm going to be doing a podcast. For the past week or two, I've been releasing a couple of little mini episodes, which were just little bits of me talking on my phone. Little riffs and recordings that I edited with a picture of me drinking an amaretto sour. So I have a little playlist of mini podcast bits, but the actual product, which is still in production, because I want to actually get like some artwork and some promo shots and everything. I'm getting a logo made. But as for the actual ability to create a podcast, I have it now, and I've already got the first episode figured out. Now I just got to track it and figure out which day of the week I'm going to release it each week. So yeah, there's a podcast. The JayDennis podcast is coming out, along with the Raptor Riot EP. Hopefully that'll be done by the end of March. And I guess while I'm stroking my beard, I'll mention that, yeah, I shaved my head and I grew my beard out a little bit more. I just want to mention that it is really liberating to be able to do what I want with my appearance. I wasn't able to do that at my last job, but I quit my last job. I work at a new job now where I make a lot more money and I can do whatever the hell I want with my appearance. So I just want to mention how, as a man, or just even as an American, whatever, how liberating it is to just be able to do whatever you want, you know? I may have not have got it what I wanted with my last job, but the truth of the matter is nothing tops this feeling of victory, because not only do I get to do what I want, but I'm making a lot more money, and I basically won. It's incredible. I love that I'm able to grow this out and do whatever I want with it, and I feel a lot better about myself, and I'm actually a lot more financially secure now. I would have been probably a lot worse off had I stayed my previous route. So if you're in a position where you're not happy and you're just being baited all over, you need to get out and find something that works for you. That's what I did. And I'm a lot happier now. And I guess I'll close this off with saying I voted. I did that today, February 29th. I just happened to go to the library because I wanted to renew a couple things and return some Queens of the Stone Age CDs I got, which were great. It was the Era Vulgaris and then their Like Clockwork album. Both great albums, especially Era Vulgaris. But anyway, there happened to be early voting, and I just got my registration done recently, but all they did was take my driver's license, which it's right next to where I live, the library, and yeah, you better believe I voted for Bernie for the Democratic primary. Because to me, he's the only moral candidate of either side, you know? You know, if Hillary gets it, yeah, I'm going to vote for her because I think she's way better than anybody on the other side. But, of course, I voted for Bernie. The same people that think he doesn't know economics are the same people that said that Obama doesn't know the Constitution, even though Obama was a Harvard law professor who specialized in constitutional law. So I don't take those people's opinions seriously. But anyway, that is the review for February. It was a great month. Thanks for watching the second installment of my Chronicle of 2K16. I didn't talk much about fitness. I only went probably about 10 out of these 29 days. But I'm still figuring out what I like. I tried a lot of new things in those 10 days. I tried a lot of new exercises, a lot of new programs. And yeah, it's a good time. So I kind of have an idea of what's going to work for me since I'm going to a new gym now. My neighbor has his bulldog. I want a bulldog so bad. But all right. Peace. Stay tuned for the podcast and for any other Raptor Riot updates and clips.